Ben Bruce tackles APC governors who visited Buhari over NAIRA redesign. Yeah. So what everybody is saying is that these people that actually visited Buhari to beg him over the NAIRA redesign and to allow NAIRA, the old and the new NAIRA notes to exist side by side, have received negative comments and backlash from Nigerians. They say because these people are mostly affected, they really don't have the interests of Nigerians at heart. It's probably because they have stashed huge old Naira notes for vote buying, but now can't use it. They don't even know how to spend it. They don't even know how to bring it out. It's going to be useless in their hands. And that is why they teamed up to go and disturb Buhari to allow both old and new Naira notes to exist side by side. This will not go work now. It can't work. So Ben Bruce, the founder of Silverbird Group, has come out to tackle them. That is what Ben Bruce is doing here. Let's see what he has to say more. The founder of Silverbird Group, Senator Ben Murray Bruce, on Sunday tackled Progressive Governors Forum, PGF, which met recently with President Muhammadu Buhari over the lingering currency scarcity in the country. Right? It was earlier reported that the meeting between the governors elected on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC and the president was held at the council chamber of the State House, where they appealed to Buhari to allow both the old and new Naira notes to coexist to ease the suffering of Nigerians. This is coming days after the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, stated that the old notes would cease to be accepted starting from February 10th, 2023. Reacting to the meeting, the former lawmaker who represented Bayelsa East Senatorial District via his verified Twitter handle queried the governors on the reasons why no one sought the presidency during the Academic Staff Union of University strike that kept over 3 million students at home for 8 months. He wrote, "But why are the APC governors visiting Buhari over the Naira redesign? How many times did they visit Buhari when they refused to pay the salaries of civil servants, when 3 million students were at home during ASU strike? They did not visit. Emefiele is on track. I support him." That is Ben Bruce talking. Now, so it is true, right? It is true. The thing there is that's the big question. When the salary of civil servants, Federal Civil Service Commission, when the salary of civil servants were not paid, did the governors visit Buhari to intervene? When ASU strike was lingering for 8 months, students were at home, all right? The Minister of Labor and Productivity, all right, and what is his name, Gigi and Co, representing the government, did negotiation with ASU that did not produce the result. What happened? Did they meet the president to intervene? Just because probably their children are not in this country and it doesn't, all of those did not impact on them. Even when salaries were not paid, they were getting their own as and when due. Okay, so they were not affected, so they didn't react. They didn't support. They didn't come to intervene. They didn't meet Buhari. Now that the Emefiele had decided to do something that is hurting the politicians, all right, because I know that there's no money in the public, there's no fuel. People might be thinking that the masses are suffering more. These guys, this is a very big blow that Emefiele has given them below their belt. And I'm sure Emefiele did that calculated action because he knows them. They have been wine and dining together. He knows them one-on-one. He knows their plan. He knows what they're doing. And I decided to hit them below belt. And it is hurting them now. So they have come together to go and meet Buhari to discuss, to intervene. Now putting in front that Nigerians are suffering and they are doing it for Nigerians. It is not true. It is not true. It is obviously not true. All right. And that is why El-Rufai is coming out to say that the money that is scarce right now is to frustrate Tinubu's presidential ambition. and why people are suffering. All of these are cheap blackmail. Okay? All of these are cheap blackmail. All of these are cheap blackmail. So now they have been affected. They have now learned how to come together. They have learned how to come together to see the president on a common front. All right, on a common issue. And that's the question that Ben Brood is asking them here. All right, when civil servants were not paid, when ASU was on strike, ASU was not paid. Did you visit? All right. So somebody said so. Ben Brood is further saying here that the CBN Governor Emefiele is on point. All right, and he supports him. So what are they going to do about it? Okay. And even at that, even in that appeal that these governors went to Buhari, Buhari did not say yes or no. And that is why they are setting up another Kebbi State governor, is it Yakubu Bagudu or so, to go and meet President Buhari again privately to press him harder to see how he can give his instruction to allow both old and new Naranos to exist side by side to alleviate the suffering of the masses. The truth here is that they want to find a way to launch out their huge old Naranos they've stashed in the house, and are looking for a way to bring it out for vote buying. Emefiele had already alleged that over 2.something trillion naira have been in the public and not in the hands of the CBN, and they are stashed in people's houses. I'm sure they know them, but for some reasons they just can't go and arrest them because they are members of the same group. They know themselves. So Emefiele choose to do something different. But now somebody like Ganduje of Kano State is coming out to say that Emefiele is doing all of that because of his failed presidential ambition. Okay, but whether he's failed presidential ambition or not, he has hit all these top politicians below belt because the plan to rig election through vote buying is not working for them. It's not good, and it's not going to work for them. And now they are hot. They are looking for where to put the complaint, saying that speaking for the masses. They're not speaking for the masses anything. These people don't have the interest of Nigerians at heart. It's their own interest is what is driving them. I'm very, very sure of that, and everyone is very, very sure of that. So we've got some comments here to share. Somebody said they visited because it affects them more. When last did they visit Buhari because of ASU strike, killings of innocent citizens? They are hypocrites. Somebody say you are making a point here, sir. May God bless you and give you more knowledge. Help Nigeria. That is somebody praying for Ben Bruce. Another is saying that is a wrong query to divert attention from the suffering of the masses over the currency swap. The visit was in order and timely because the opposition is making it fail for election purpose. I am sure you are supporting Obi for where this person must be Jibril Musa. He is speaking on behalf of APC. That is the truth. This Naira swap is affecting these governors more because, and all the big political stalwarts in Nigeria, because they can't spend the huge cash they have stashed in their houses. And they can't spend, they don't know how to bring it to the bank to change, they don't know how to spend it, and they don't know what to do with it. They can't use it for vote buying that is intended for. So it's going to be, I'm sure at the end of the day, you are going to see Naira notes coming out from various places and being burnt. It will happen. And that is very bad. Quite very bad. If it's small man now, I think about last weekend, federal government came out to warn Nigerians that anybody traveling and has more than $10,000 on him should declare it or face or risk 2 years jail time. Meanwhile, these politicians are carrying money within the country and outside the country, cash, and nothing is happening to them. What hypocritical government. But if it's a small man now, they see 20 million in his hand, they will arrest him, they will collect it. They will say they have worked, they will collect appraisal. Stupid things. It's quite unfortunate that we are in a messy country like Nigeria, where politicians feel they are above the law, and the downtrodden are the ones that suffer. These ones, their calamity is coming. The karma that will come upon them will be more than what their money can solve. That is the way I see it, and it will happen. So thank you for listening. And this is what Ben Bruce is saying, tackling and attacking the governor that went to meet, APC governor that went to meet Buhari to beg for the old Naira notes to be spent. And so, because this is hurting them. They are pretending to be supporting the masses, but obviously they're supporting themselves. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment.